If you're tired of juggling multiple tools and trying to stay organized all the time, then this video is for you. Today I'm going to show you how we use Notion to run our entire agency with a team of 4 people and all our external partners and clients as well. So by the end of this video, you're going to be able to download our entire Workspace templates for yourself. So stick around because I'm not going to hold anything back in this video. And don't worry if you're more than 4 people or even less than 4 people, it will still be relevant to you. So we've tried so many different project management tools, CRM systems, and yeah, you name it. But we kept running into the same problem. Everything was messy and unorganized, and we wanted to have everything centralized in one place. There was no one tool that brought it all together until we stumbled across Notion. Notion is what we've used to centralize everything, all the way from managing client projects, team tasks, CRM systems, you name it, we have it all inside of Notion. Plus we can even customize it to fit everything we need and nothing we don't. So in this video I'm going to break down exactly how we've built and refined our Notion board to maximize efficiency in our agency. The only other tool we use alongside this is Google Drive, because while Notion is amazing, Drive comes in handy when we want to collaborate on larger documents and store larger files, for example. But other than that, Notion is our go-to. We've custom built our entire workspace from scratch, taking inspiration from different templates we've found and bought online. And since then, we've gone through many iterations to find out what works best on a day-to-day basis. In the beginning, it was easy to overwhelm ourselves with pages and different sections that we don't really need. Now we've landed on something that is perfectly balanced. So now I'll pull back the curtain and take you through every single part of our Notion workspace. And remember, at the end of this video, you'll be able to download the template and customize it entirely to your own business. And trust me when I say this is gonna save you hours of setup time. So what you're seeing right now is our homepage in Notion. I've just taken out every sensitive information in here. So let me start by giving you a brief introduction to all of the different things you see here. First of all, we have the section with all of the action items. You can see you can do a new task, you can create a new docs, you can create a new brain dump, all these different things. And these buttons are just easy to use when you want to do something quickly. So for example, if I press on new task here, I will get directly into creating a new task and I can name it whatever I want. You can just say task 20 here, and then I can assign a lead person to it, for example, myself. I can assign someone supporting, that could be my partner Christian here. And then I can also give it a status, so that could be, for example, what we do is we call all tasks that we do, we call them planning, because that means that they are on the list, but we haven't started on them yet. And then we have all these different tags here. So for example, in progress, blocked, that's if we can't get any further because we need assistance or help or we are maybe waiting for someone else. And then we have this needs review one, which is also very, very handy, because when I press this needs review, and I've also assigned a specific person to review it, for example, Christian here again, then it will show up in Christian's task manager under his review section. So he'll easily be able to see what I want him to review, and he'll be able to leave comments in there, and yeah, all that needs to be done. And when he does this, he can click in review while he's doing it, and then he can click accept if it's accepted. And he can also choose the one called rejected C note, and that's if he has some changes, he can write it in a note and he can send it back to me. So this is very, very handy. We also have different other variables you can choose here. For example, you can choose a deadline or a due date here. You can link to another document inside of Notion directly. You can upload files or media. You can add text. So for example, different clients. You can see we have client 2, 3, 4 as an example. We have also different tags in terms of, is it back office? Is it related to team? Is it something educational, SOPs, content, you name it. You can do your own text in here, of course. Yes. And then we can also link it to a meeting. So for example, if we are sitting on a meeting and we jot something down, we can right away create a task so we don't forget it, and we can see which meeting that it originally came from, where we discussed it in the beginning. We can also add a note. So if, for example, I delegate a task to a team member, I can easily write a note. For example, that, it could be check the educational document, something like that, whatever I want to write here. And I can also link it to different projects, which I'm also going to introduce you to later. So this is what the if I just go back to the home page here, this is the easy action buttons here. The same applies for a new document, a new meeting, a new project, a new content project, whatever it might be. You can customize it yourself as well. The next section we have here is operations, and inside of operation is where we have our projects and task manager. This is what we use essentially every day, and this is sorted into a couple of different categories. So the first one is, it is sorted by category. So for example, clients. It could also be a category such as content, finance, back office. You can see them here. And then if I scroll down a bit further, I can see that the tasks are organized by person. So this is very handy because what I can see here is all my tasks. So we just did the one on the home page called task 20, and I assigned myself to it. So it immediately pops up in my own task manager in here. And I can change the status however I want. So that is very, very handy to be able to see all of the tasks here, and we can also click park for now if it's not relevant to do right now. And this just makes it easy to collaborate in, You can also click on the one called needs review here, as I mentioned before, and I'll be able to see everything that other team members needed me to review. So that'll be under here, and it will only show the tasks that I need to review, not all of the other tasks that for example, Christian is a reviewer on. If we go down even further here, you can see we are introduced to a new one called projects, and in here we can do different projects. So for example, we can have a project that is called webinar, maybe just as an example. And down here you can see we have a product description. You'll be able to write something. Maybe I want to do like 10 different projects in here, and I can write an explanation of all of the projects, a description essentially. I can also add tasks. You can see right here it says click on the button. Right now it's Danish actually, but it should just say click. I actually think I have one in English. Let me look here. Yeah, so you can see further explanation. Click on add tasks above to add all tasks. This is the one I mean. So when you add tasks in here, it will automatically be connected to the project that you're working on in here. And you can also add relevant inspiration if you want other team members to, for example, if you're writing ads, you could add other relevant ads for inspiration down here. And then down here we have the content projects. So we have all the content internally, content for different clients, and we can easily create a new one here and call it whatever we want. We can assign a client tag to it again, and we can choose what sort of content type should it be. Should it be a VSL? Should it be some long form video, a LinkedIn post, whatever we want it to be. And we can also assign editor and whatever we want in here. So the projects and tasks is of course a very, very important section. It's where we do most of the work. And it is just so handy. We've really found a way where it speaks together properly. So when Christian does something, he doesn't need to talk to me or anything. I will automatically get an update inside of Notion. The next thing we have is client acquisition, and in here it is really just a CRM system that we've built. So we have, for example, different leads. We can move them into different tags. So for example, if they have been contacted, if we've booked a meeting, if we are negotiating with them, or if we want them and they are ready to get onboarded. We can also write how many follow-ups we've done. We can write different things in terms of the lead, their LinkedIn profile, their Instagram, whatever we want to write, we can write in here. Then we have the section called Docs and Notes, which is also very, very handy and categorized. So we can categorize again on different tags, clients, finance, back office, whatever you want to call it. And we also have the easy access buttons here to easily make a new document. And you've probably already seen we also have one here called brain dump, and this is just for quick notes and quick documents. If you want to dot something down and not forget it, we can click new brain dump and it automatically gets assigned the task called brain dump in here. So we can find all those documents, because sometimes you just want to quickly make a note and you don't want an actual docs document for it. So you can just quickly make a brain dump document that will be under the right tag. Again, you have easy access to content projects in here. OKRs, you can also go in here. You can see what OKR stands for, objective key results, so you can see what kind of goals are you working towards, and you can also do like sub goals and different things in here. We also have a view of the OKRs here, so you can see, for example, the progress on different tasks. Now I've just removed everything, but an example could be, let's say you want to reach 100 subscribers on YouTube, then you should promote your channels on socials, you should create a YouTube channel, and you should create the first 5 videos, and that's probably what will get you to 100 subscribers in the beginning. And then as soon as you mark one as done of these tasks, you will see the progress by immediately updating the progress. We also have one here called Company Wiki, and this is just where we keep our vision, mission, and values. We have that because we think it's important as a team to be aligned on what is it that we want to do, and what is like, the vision and the values that we all have internally. Also, if we onboard new external partners or new team members, they can easily find it in here. And then we have our onboarding process in here as well. So Company Wiki is just for storing anything relevant for the overall company. You can see down here we also have an SOP section. So that's where we write all of our SOPs in here. You can see we have different tags as well. Are you writing that SOP still? Maybe the SOP needs review, maybe it's outdated, maybe it's verified, it's maybe version 1 or 2, who has written it, who's the reviewer on it, everything in terms of that. And if we go over to the section called Other, we have a one called Team in here, where each team member, at least in the Workspace we have our own team profile where you can see like different information, and you can also access your own client dashboard and so on. This is really just for the back office and administration stuff. Then we also have this one called Education, which I'm personally a big fan of, because this is where we store all our education. We always love to learn new things, and it's great to be able to share that with the team easily. So if I listen to a podcast that is valuable, I can drop it under the podcast episodes in here, and I can give it that tag. I can also drop YouTube videos or courses, PDF documents, anything I want in here. It just keeps it neat and organized all times, which is very, very cool. Then we have the one called Asset Library in here. This is where we write down the softwares we use. We have some company metadata. So for example, some legal stuff about the company. So if we need to enter the information anywhere, anyone from the team will also always be able to find it in here. And then we have this one also called Codes, where we store all of our codes. And we've made it easy by, you can just click in and click a new button, and it will make like a new, a new space here. I can't find the word right now. But yeah, you'll write your username and your password, and you'll say this is, for example, for Google Drive, whatever it might be. So it is just easy access for everyone in the team to always get access to the codes. Then we have the one called Back Office here, which is just where we develop the Notion space. This in here, my partner Christian is the genius behind all of this. So in here is his workspace. It's where he does all of the templates and different stuff to copy into other areas. You'll find that when you see the template. If we scroll down a bit further, we have a meeting overview here, which is also pretty convenient. We can easily do a new meeting. We have these different templates where for example, every morning we do a daily check-in where all of the team align what the day ahead and anything we need to catch up on. So we can easily click on that one and open it, and we can choose the check-in template here, and we can write the attendees, the date, all of that, and we have a little agenda. So for example, we start out with 5-minute banter and just a loose talk when we meet in the morning. Then we update each other if there's any news. We brain dump like all tasks for the days or the upcoming days ahead. And then we allocate all of these different tasks in the task manager and make sure that all tasks get handled and get a relevant person taking care of it. And then we have everything stored in this meeting overview, which can also be sorted by different clients. So for example, I could also just click on the plus here and I'll get the option to choose different templates that we've made. So for example, let's say we have a weekly partner check-in with one of our partners. we can easily do that. And then we have the template for the agenda we want to make, the notes we do on the call, and we also have easy access to our task database down here. So one thing we've experienced is often you sit on a call and you agree that you must do all different things, but you forget to write it down and you forget to assign a person and actually take care of the actual task. So we've made it easy by including the task manager in the template here. So you can just press new task and you can immediately add it to the task manager in here, instead of having to navigate out and back and forth all the time. Now, if we scroll further down, you'll see we have this section called clients, and this is where we store all of the client dashboards. So for example, if I click on one of them, all the clients we have their own personal dashboard where they can come in and they can see all relevant information on the project and what we're working on. They can see the projects that we have going, and if they click in there, they will obviously also be able to see all of the tasks related to that. We'll have some quick links over here to the right, and we will be able to store like relevant information. So for example, login info for only the client. If we need access to different softwares, we'll be able to make a brand kit in here, manage all the sales reps, CRM system. Again, we'll just be able to plan everything inside a client dashboard. And this makes it a lot easier for the client to see what's going on and always having a updated version. And we've made sure that it also works together with sort of the other databases that we have. So for example, if I update anything inside of the task manager and I assign a special client tag, it will automatically be transferred into the client, what did I call it? The client dashboard in here, sorry. So that's it for the client dashboard. Something that is very, very valuable. And then down here, we also have like a sales pipeline. I showed you the CRM, but this is just really for quick, easy access and a different board view. So yeah, there are so many things you can do with Notion, as you can see here. I'll be happy to help you and answer all of your questions if you have any. But for now, I think you should download the template below and look around and maybe customize some things yourself. I am also thinking of making maybe a version 2 if anyone would like to see that, because we are already like updating the Notion board right now. We're always adding more. We're always figuring out what works, because we use it every day. So sometimes we stumble across something that is irrelevant and we could just remove because we're not using it. And sometimes we also find out that it's relevant to add something new that would make us even more efficient. So I'd love to do a part 2 of this video, but for now I think you should download the template and look around, and you can always reach out if you have any questions. Yeah, so I really hope you found this video helpful, because I'll be sitting down and doing much more of these videos in this sort of format in the future, alongside with all of the vlog style documenting videos that I've already done here on this channel. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.